Hi, I am Professor Annalena Högenauer, the Director of the Master in European Governance. The idea for the uni.lu Diplomacy Lab, which is organized under the umbrella of the Master in European Governance, stems from two sources. After COVID, there was a strong demand for a student life outside formal teaching. Thus, a group of students organized a forum on European neighborhood policy. Around the same time, the students of Ambassador Diego Brazioli wanted to organize something around the theme of his course, diplomacy. So we merged this into the uni.lu Diplomacy Lab, which is broad enough to adapt to current events and the interests of different student cohorts.
My name is Diego Brazioli. I'm the Italian ambassador to Luxembourg. When I entered the diplomatic career, the world was at the height of the Second Cold War. 40 years later, the world is even more complex, unbalanced, and probably even more dangerous. We are at an historic turning point in international relations, and we need new knowledge tools to understand the complexities of our world and act accordingly. I'm very grateful to the University of Luxembourg for giving me the opportunity to create with its outstanding young scholars the Diplomacy Lab. Our goal is to study the history, understand the present, and think the future of international relations with new, candid ideas and enthusiasm. Students, experts of geopolitics, academics, diplomats will collaborate with one another in order to develop together a responsible approach to the unprecedented challenges of the post-globalized world.
I'm really grateful and pleased to contribute to the Diplomacy Lab, since it enables students to get involved in an active politics-related project through the angle of diplomacy. Besides, I believe the Diplomacy Lab is also a place of expression for students, since it allows us also to work on a topic of our choice.
It is a great and unique experience that serves to bridge the gap between the theory and practice of diplomacy. The lab has, through its publication, served as an opportunity for all of us to get our academic work published.
I was able to participate in the publication's editing process. It was a huge challenge, given that we had to agree on many aspects to make the individual papers to one consistent publication. However, owing to the efforts of the team and the huge assistance from Ambassador Brazioli and Professor Högenauer, I am pleased to announce the publication and confident in the outcome.
I learned that diplomacy can be more complex than what I originally thought, that there are many protocols to be followed, being careful on how and what things are said to other diplomats from other states, as they might interpret it differently. I would recommend to every student to attend the Diplomacy Lab, as it can help you to understand politics and diplomacy, which is important if you want to better understand how a world functions.
As a member of Diplomacy Lab, I want to learn how to approach these issues in a productive manner.
Diplomacy is a part of our everyday lives, and in the context of globalization, it is an essential part of politics, economics, culture, and so much more. In my case, it made me reflect a lot about the theoretical groundwork of diplomatic relations and the international field as a whole. But I have also been very curious to read the work of my colleagues. We all got to learn with and from each other.
And diplomacy really is all kinds of different things. It is politics, it is arts, it is culture. And the Diplomacy Lab really got us an introduction into this wonderful world. And we came up with a great project where all of us wrote very different things depending on our interests, and the field really gave us the opportunity to get creative also.
It's always a hub for any student who wants to enhance his skills in diplomacy, and also a hub for experts, diplomats and decision makers.
Most importantly, what I enjoy most of the Diplomacy Lab is being able to work together, share our ideas freely, and just to be a team.
For me, the Diplomacy Lab has become exactly the platform where I can perceive the position of colleagues and professors, express my observations, and develop a professional assessment of current events.
It's a great opportunity to join Diplomacy Lab
for young people to engage with professionals and also exchange among themselves to ultimately unleash the diplomat in ourselves.
The Diplomacy Lab helped me to combine the knowledge of all of our other classes into a project that is a team effort first and a publication second. I would wholeheartedly recommend the Diplomacy Lab to students from other programs at the University of Luxembourg, and I hope that this project will live on for many years to come.
So it is a great place for students who want to do more than study, for students who want to take the initiative, cooperate and collaborate. That also reinforces our team spirit.